Here we are again, folks. We'll just give everybody a minute to find us, or maybe you're already shopping. Good evening, good evening. I see one eyeball. Sounds very Halloween. Well, here we are. Here we are, folks. We are at midnight. The release is live. And it is a secret no longer. So we can put this away in our little box and I can dig right into showing you all the goodies and all the samples. I mean, you've already seen us creating with some of the new product. Thank you to Darlene for not only accepting my challenge, but also doing such a phenomenal job with that monochromatic coloring. It really looks spooky. There's nothing like a farm field at night. Luckily there was no cow tipping, so it's all good. If you want to know where to find us, it is the Paper Crafters Workshop. So www.papercraftersworkshop.ca. We ship across North America and we will be happy to build you a box of Lawn Fawn goodness. One thing I did not mention in the welcome that I will mention now is that we work incredibly hard on release day, which is today, to get all the orders picked, packed, and as many as possible out the door. So if you want quick turnaround, if you want goodies in your hand as quickly as possible, you are going to want to order from us. All right, enough chit chat. You guys want to see all the stuff. Well, one of the things we really haven't talked a lot about tonight is the new interactive die from Lawn Fawn. This is the Ta-Da diorama. And so it is similar in look to the shadow box that we were using tonight, but when you pull on the little tabs, it opens up to reveal that darling little scene. So very much like all of the scenes that Darlene and I built tonight, you could do the very same thing in this Ta-Da diorama that has this cute little reveal mechanism to it. So there is actually two dies to this set. This is the Ta-Da diorama interactive die, and it's got all the steps here. We are getting our retailer training, I think, in a couple of weeks on how to put this together, but you know Lawn Fawn. You know that Kelly Marie and the whole team will have videos upon videos on how to put this interactive die together. And then if you want those extra little hills for inside the diorama, here is the set for the hillside inserts to go along with this spectacular little set. While I've got it sitting here, I'm going to share with you the paper next. There are two different lines of paper. The first is the Spiffier Speckles. Spiffy Speckles was probably one of the top selling patterns by Lawn Fawn. This is the 6x6 pad. Here is the 12x12. They have taken Spiffy Speckles to the 10th level up, maybe the 100th level up, because they have added this spectacular gold foil. So on one side, it is just the regular Spiffy Speckles, and on the A side is that beautiful gold foil. You could say that it is stardust. You could say that it is snowflakes. You could say that it is so many different things. So we have Gnome, which is kind of this dark coral color. We have Griffin, which is more of a pale coral or a peachy color. Leprechaun, of course, my favorite, which is green. All the twinkles. Nessie and Fairy are very close. Nessie is a little bit darker, more of a periwinkle blue, and Fairy has a little bit more on that purple side. But wouldn't those look great with the coloring that Darlene was using? They are fantastic. And then we have Yeti, which is the white with the gold flecks. So we have these in both 12x12 as well as 6x6 collections. The second paper line is called favorite flannel. And I have to tell you that the colors look way more rich in person than they probably do on the screen. They are stunning. So we have mulled cider, which is this beautiful mulberry, darker than raspberry kind of look. Diagonal on one side, square on the other. We have eggnog, which is a creamy color. We have matcha latte, love that green. London fog, which is a deep royal blue, not quite navy. I would say it definitely almost matches my nail polish. English breakfast, that lighter blue, and then hot toddy, which has green tones to it. So if you compare it against the blue, it definitely looks more on that teal side. So that is, get my papers the right way, favorite flannel, 12 by 12 and 6 by 6. So much fun to play with. All right, since we've been playing with Halloween, since we've been in spooky land, let us start there with the Halloween part of the release. Here is yet another sample, and I know many people have mentioned the wolves as something that they have been really looking forward to, and they are adorable. So lots of great ways that you can color it. There's lots of different layers. And then this moon is from last year's release. It is, it's got some embossing to it, and it is the die set that was released last year. We did bring in a very small handful of those for this year's release, but let's take a look at everything else that's here. So we have Wild Wolves. This is the main stamp set. We do also have the coordinating dies. Often what we do is we bundle. You can get the stamp on its own or a stamp and die bundle. But you know what? The stamps are what you really want to see. You don't want to see the dies, so they're in the bin behind me. And then because you know what, your friends, your wolf friends need more friends. This is the wolf before and after. So he's howling at the moon. He's sitting pretty there, and he goes nicely with his friends, the wild wolves. Um, Following this card, there is the spooky forest backdrop, complete with tombstones, ghosts, and owls. Really, really cute. Excuse me. Here is the spooky gate. That would have looked really, really cute behind Darlene's tractor. Little known fact, if you ever were to go to see Stephen King's home in Bangor, Maine, he has a wrought iron gate in front of his house that looks like a giant spider web. It is really cool. I've been at least twice, maybe 3 times if I remember correctly, and it is really a sight to see. Definitely want to go on an overcast day because when it's bright, it just doesn't feel right. But that is the spooky gate. Now, we were playing with that shadow box. Here's a moon that Darlene could have used in her little shadow box, and little spooky houses that I could have used in mine, and another little mini gate similar to the big one. So this is a shadow box card Halloween add-on. So totally fits with that shadow box that we've been playing with tonight. Or you know what? These are also really great little standalones that you can just put on the front of a card and have lots of fun with. Now, remember last year? Last year we had bats. Well, here is another bat. This one is called Batty for You, and it works with I'm not going to get it right, one of the pull tab mechanisms, and what it does is it makes the wings flap on the bat. Makes him definitely much more interactive. Darlene, maybe you can remind me which interactive this one goes with. Some of the names are very similar, and I know I'm going to get it wrong. Now, someone else had mentioned to me they were super excited about the Tiny Gift Box Ghost add-on. I'm not going to lie, when I first saw this little guy, I thought Pac-Man, but I think he'd make a really spooky little ghost if you did him in white. And you know what? Even if he is Pac-Man, do them in red, yellow, and blue and have so much fun. There's also little hands for him so that he can be holding little treats in his hands or her hands if you put the bow on it. And then last but not least in our Halloween theme, we have these stitched pumpkins. Lots of different sizes, smaller ones that would fit really well on that ta-da diorama or on the shadow box, bigger ones that might go with this scene here, or again, you could do some other fun interactive goodies with that. So that is the stitched pumpkin, and that finishes Halloween. We will stay in fall. Let me bring out these guys. These guys will look familiar to you because Darlene was just playing with them. But you can see where you can just really easily make some adorable little scenes with that tractor, with the chicken driving, with his little friends in the background. Lots of pumpkins. So this one here has used little leaf cutouts and the stitched pumpkins. This is actually, I believe, from the gourds, which I will show you in just a second. Just seeing, oh, waiting pull tab for the bat die. Thank you, Darlene, for looking that up for me. And again, riding by to say, have a happy fall. Super, super cute. So, how do you build these guys? Well, you have your Hey There, Hay Ride, which is what Darlene was using tonight. And then you've got animal friends, you've got people friends, you've got a farmer, you've got a chicken, you've got pumpkins, and you've got the wagon, and some really great sentiments here that will go towards this card. And then I also alluded to this. This is the Hey There, Hay Ride mice add-on. Many of you love that whole mice series. Well, now you can get a mouse driver. You can get mice in the back of the tractor or the cheese. Kind of makes me think of Farm on the Dell and the cheese stands alone, but you could have so much fun with that cheese in the back of that hayride. And then the rest of the fall items I have here are dies. They are standalone dies that can mix and match with so many things. This is the stitched gourds. In Halloween, we saw the pumpkins. Here in fall, we are seeing the gourds. Where I said that pumpkin was from, so we've got the little pumpkin here. That's this guy, and we've got the gourd here, which is this guy. So you can really have a plentiful fall with lots of pumpkins, gourds, and even corn for your feasts. And you need something to put it in, so the harvest crate is a super fun little box, much like the fruit basket. I think there's another basket as well that you can just put all the things in. And you know what? Take some of those critters like Darlene colored and have them peeking out of the crate too. That would be super fun. And then, hey Canada, hey Canadians, we've got two maple leaf dies. We have the stitched maple leaf frame, which makes the outline, and there's those little leaves that you can just die cut them out in a bunch of different colors and use them as your shaker bits. Or we have the outside in stitched maple leaf. So if you look carefully, the die line is actually this little insert bit with the stitched piece going on the piece that is left behind. So you actually get two for the price of one with these guys. So that takes us through fall and through Halloween. I'm going to keep all my samples straight. And yes, absolutely, we do have dies that coordinate with all of these stamps. Again, I think you guys know what they look like. We don't need to have a look at them. All right, let's talk holiday. I've got a few different samples here. Let me pull them out. So here are the Simply Celebrate critters. Excuse me, just like Darlene was playing with, but this is the winter version. I'll show you the whole set. There is some hot foiling in the background there, which looks really cute. And there's that favorite flannel. And then our mice definitely are back. We are not going away from the mice. Here they are kissing under the mistletoe in a little snow globe. So let's take a look at these. Let me grab a little sip of water first. There we go. So first up, I'm going to share with you Positive Christmas. Now, In previous years, this had been a gift with purchase if you ordered direct from Lawn Fawn. So some of you may already have this, but if you don't, it's a really great little add-on to your collection. With this particular stamp and die, we have the dies separately. So if you just need to get the die to go with the stamp you already have, you don't need to buy another bundle. But if you want both, then you just pick up the stamp and the die, and away you go. Here is the Christmas before and afters with empty stocking, full stocking. Naked tree, dress tree, mistletoe, mistletoe, kissing, or sorry, not kissing and kissing, but just a great way to bring those mice back into the family and celebrate Christmas with those mice once again. And you know what? If you don't want to do Christmas, maybe you cut off the mistletoe and they just look like they're dancing at maybe a fall hoedown or square dancing. Or maybe they're trying to run from the ghosts at Halloween. What else have I got here? So I have those Simply Celebrate Winter Critters. Here's the one that we see here on the sample. But there's also bugs with candy canes and Santa hats. We've got penguins, we've got reindeers, and more mice. So a whole selection of little peeking critters. And of course, there is a series of winter sentiments to go with that. So just in order to make this beautiful card or something similar to what Darlene made. And then we have a paper piecing die. Linda, if you're having trouble with the flashing green, it might be on your end. I know I have had trouble in the past if I'm watching and I've enlarged the screen too much. You may have to minimize your screen a little bit so that flashing green goes away. It's kind of a Facebook glitch that sometimes happens. Paper piecing, we've got our favorite little Yeti. And this is just like our gnomes, just like some of our other paper piecing friends. It's a tongue twister, especially at midnight. But he makes this really cute little Yeti. Lots of fun. And you could do a lot of coloring in the techniques that Darlene shared. Now, while we've got the snow globe here, this is that snow globe set as well. Maybe we will delve into winter while I'm here and finish up with our friends, the birds. So here is the Build a Snow Globe die. There is an outer layer as well as an inner layer in case you want to make a shaker. You can add some glitter. You can have your little mice. And these little bits here make shaker bits. So sequins, little donuts, little snowflakes. So again, just cut, 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 cut. Maybe you've got a friend who bought the same die and you can borrow their die and cut lots of pieces all at the same time, but lots of fun to create that interactive card. And you may want some fun stuff for your backgrounds. So we have the sparkle garland, little twinkles, little stars, both curvy and straight. And we have the holly leaves border with lots of little circles here for your berries so you can just pop them into place. There's no picture of this one. Oh, but it's right here. Really easy, 2 colors, and have lots of fun. So that is the holly leaves banner. Next up is the Magic Iris Holly Wreath. So you can create a really great frame for your Magic Iris opening. Lots and lots of interactive dies from the past have been brought out and given the Christmas touch or the holiday touch with this release. But this holly wreath, again, has lots of layers and lots of pieces that you can use to pop up and create lots of dimension. And if you want a little bow, here is the Merry Mistletoe. You can create it on its own or use that bow on the wreath. All right, who out there is a stitching fan? I know Darlene is raising her hand and many of the rest of you. This is the embroidery hoop snowflake. There is no photo, but I believe on the Lawn Fawn website, if it's not there yet, it will be soon. There are lots of different patterns and different ways you can create some really stunning snowflakes with your embroidery floss. And this works really well with the embroidery hoop from a couple of releases ago. These make really darling little gift tags or even Christmas tree ornaments if you were so inclined. All right. Oh, Darlene says Shari even made a spider web with this one. So yes, absolutely. You can turn this Halloween and make it multifunctional. Finishing off winter and holiday, we've got three new hot foil plates. There is the starry sky background, which is what was used here on that dark blue. They use like a teal iridescent foil. Really great background, cover plate die, and then two sentiments. So we've got Let It Snow and we've got Merry Christmas. So if you want to add a little foiling touch to any of these projects, I mean, this would look really cute right in that snow globe as well. So lots of different ways you can use those sentiments. All right, folks, we are in the home stretch, and I see some people saying that they have placed their orders, and I thank you so very much. We do appreciate your support and look forward to picking all these orders when we get into the store a little bit later on, after maybe a couple of hours of shut-eye. All right, I'm gonna start with the stamps this time, and we will end with the samples. Here is our winter birds. As I showed you earlier, you've got lots and lots of birds to choose from, a nest, some great little branches, and some fun little sayings. Season's tweetings, from our flock to yours, from our neck of the woods. Season's tweetings and a flappy new year and sending joy. Now needs some friends as well, so we've got the flappy holiday. This one would also make a super cute before and after with this with the magic picture changer. Um, or if you just want more birds to play with, these are super cute. And we have the winter birds add-on. So you've got a little teeny tiny birdhouse. You've got some lights. You've got some ornaments. And you've got just a little face so that he can be peeking outside of the window. There's no picture on the back. That's what I was just checking for. Excuse me. We also have the Build a Birdhouse standalone die. So if you want something a little bit bigger than this is the one that I used in my black project, my first Halloween project. So you've got your roof, you've got your building, and you've got a couple of different openings and doors that you can add on to that. This little piece here is for the little base of the birdhouse, and this is the stick that it stands on. But if you want to take it up a notch, we've got the Build a Birdhouse Christmas add-on. I'm going to turn it around. This is snow for the for the peak of the roof, as well as Christmas lights to light the way, and some cute little pine cones as well. And last, but certainly not least in this release is the Winter Wonderland window. The Secret Garden window did phenomenally well. I believe the shape is a different size. I don't remember exactly, but the inserts will also work with both. So it's a great way to kind of mix and match and create some different openings. This one here has the dotted outline on the piece that gets left behind. So let's finish up with some samples and we will then call it a day because you know what? You guys have shopping to do. We have sleep to get. Um, and then we've got lots of fun later today. I don't want to say tomorrow. It's later today. So here is a card that Darlene made in one of our trade shows. And it's just a super cute little slimline using those winter birds and some really great coloring. That little bit of foil paper behind makes such a difference. Then here is a card that is combining a little bit of everything. So you've got that forest backdrop, you've got your wolves, and just by coloring them in a brighter, warmer brown versus that maybe a darker gray, it really gives them a little bit more brightness, makes it feel more like daytime compared to the night and the colors that Darlene used in her project. So you really get that great idea. I'm just realizing I missed something. I missed something. There is a stencil. There is a stencil set. This is the Winter Sprigs background stencil. It is 3 layers and it gives you holly leaves and sprigs. It gives you berries and it gives you pine cones as well. So my apologies for missing that. I think that was here in the background of the mouse. You can see it underneath the vellum here. Just so, so pretty. All right, those ones you've all seen. Here is that winter window with the birdhouse kind of tucked in behind, and they've got more of a blue bird versus a red cardinal. I like the little baby sitting in the nest, and the little touch of silver on that heart is so absolutely darling. And our final card of the evening, there's no place like home for the holidays. Little pine cone using a wood grain paper and just some absolutely stunning, stunning pieces that just all work together beautifully. Lawn Fawn does it like no other company. So there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for the I don't want to say the last PJ party of 2023. There will be the December release, and there are some rumors I'm hearing that there might be something in November as well. So watch this space. We're not quite sure if we're going to do a PJ party for everything, but you know what? If we don't, then we'll find lots of ways to still connect and share ideas with you and all of that good stuff. I hope you are having fun shopping. I hope you learned something tonight. And if you have made along with us, or maybe in the future, in the next couple of weeks, once you get your goodies, if you're going to make some stuff, please do post because we love, love, love to see what you create. I see people say that they're shopping and thank you for destroying your wallet. Sorry, not sorry. But I hope you get some goodies to enjoy and that will inspire you. All right, ladies, time to go to bed. I will see you a little bit later. Thank you to Darlene again for her great demo. I hope you enjoyed both of those demos. And if we don't see you again, wishing you a very happy fall, Halloween, Christmas, and winter. And back to school. Crazy to think that back to school is happening soon. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful night.